All right, now back to weather, and I think I know what you're going to talk about, Pat. It's going to be a little hot outside. You need to drink a lot of water.
Yeah, we're starting to sound like a broken record almost, talking about...
Did we break any records today?
We did actually, yes, at Hobby we broke a record, but that was it. And everyone stayed in the 90s also. None of the climatology sites here in the Houston viewing area made it to 100 degrees, but we got one more chance as we get into tomorrow. Live look here over downtown. Visibility is good. Few clouds overhead. We take you down to Hobby, where we broke that record today. 83 degrees still at this hour. And it feels like 90 still with that humidity. Temperatures won't drop much from there. All right, so heat advisories for the entire state except for the valley. I mean, those are the only spots left out, but everyone's still going to be hot. Excessive heat warnings then up and down 35 from Austin to San Antonio. That's the reason why, by the way. We're looking at feels like values through north and central Texas into the panhandle in the 1-teens. So it could always be worse, right? 106 going to be our feels like temperature here at home as we get into the afternoon. Some spots, though, feeling even worse than that. So here's the current setup. We've got this big heat dome of high pressure overhead. Wherever that dome is, that's where the worst of the weather is. And right now it's sitting over Texas. As we get into the start of the week, it slides to the east, so it takes the worst heat with it. So we're going to drop from the triple digits down to the mid-90s. It takes the edge off the heat, but we're splitting hairs. It's still going to be brutally hot, especially with the humidity. But it does come back. So this ridge will eventually work its way back to the west. So we're not really seeing any big changes in the pattern. That's the bottom line with this story here, all the way into Father's Day weekend. So no relief in sight here. We get a little break in the beginning of the week where temperatures drop to the mid-90s, and then we're back to the upper 90s as early as Thursday. So there's the dip. You could really see where that ridge slides off towards the east. You're not going to notice a difference in the weather. We're going to see sunshine pretty much every day with that mix of clouds in the sky as well. But we're going to see a lot of humidity, so that'll make the temperatures still feel like the triple digits. Through the overnight, few clouds out there, warm and stuffy though, a lot of humidity. That'll keep the temperatures near 80 for a few spots. We push 100 again then as we get into the day tomorrow. And then by Monday, that Saharan dust starts to move in. That's going to bring us a lot of haze. And that's going to stick around for a good portion of the upcoming week. So on this map, the green indicates rain. The white shading, that's the Saharan dust. High pressure over Bermuda. It's going to act as a conveyor belt. That's going to usher in that haze from the Atlantic across the Caribbean and then eventually into the Gulf of Mexico. That'll give us the hazy skies. Good news though, there's not a lot of green going on here in the tropical Atlantic. Why is that? The haze really chokes off any type of storm development, so that keeps the Atlantic quiet, which means we're not expecting any type of tropical development here over at least the next 5 days. Through the overnight, mid to upper 70s, 83 as your low temperature in Galveston. That's what makes the heat so dangerous, is because we don't get a break at night. So that helps to contribute to heat illness. 100 tomorrow in Houston, 101 Katy, 103 for Brenham, 97 League City, 91 in Galveston. Feels like the triple digits everywhere. We get that dip. So break out the parkas for Tuesday. We're in the mid-90s. And then we can make a run at 100 again by Thursday. So.
Dip, baby. Come on now. Dip. No, you're not feeling that
When
song?
I dip, you dip, we dip.
Yeah, we're not dipping. Hey, by the way, welcome to Houston. Here's 100 degrees in June.
A little hotter than Florida.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is hotter here.
It is hot, yeah. All right, drink up water.